break it down, make a bunch of jewelry, and then sell that jewelry.
Yeah.
A scam. Well, is it a temporary fix, or is that permanent?
It's instantaneous. It does not go. It's like you fabricate an item. If the item is it says if it says choose raw material you can see within range, large or small object. You can fabricate a large or small object contained in a 10-foot cube. Give a significant quantity of raw material. That means like any kind of regular material. If you're working with metal, stone, or any other material substance, however, the fabricated object can be no larger than medium, contained in a single 5-foot cube. The quality of objects made by this spell is commiserate with the quality of a raw material. I'm guessing you can fabricate, like, I don't know if you need to make, like, is it fabricating an item? Do I need to actually state what I'm crafting?
No, fabricate it. Sound. Here, let me see this.
Because I can make. Maybe I have to. What if I just say, instead of like, I don't want to make an item. I just want to, like, I'm fabricating a large gold nugget. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm back. I have no idea what you guys said. I came in at large golden nugget.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, no. So. Okay, so you have to have the material to make it. You have to have that amount of. But
no. Well, I mean.
So you have to have the raw materials to make it. It's this spell. Essentially.
Wait,
it cuts down the time. So what would say it can't be like. You can't make something that would require like a high level of craftsmanship to make. But unless if you have proficiency using the craft, the tools. So you're essentially with fabricate you make an item and you cut out the time to make it.
I need the spell creation. That's what I need.
Yeah, so fabricate would it.
Okay, that's
At least just looking at the spell.
You need the material, and then you can create an item instantaneously. But creation creates matter. Yeah. Okay. Okay, gotcha.
But this spell could still be quite handy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it essentially cuts down essentially the amount of time.
What's it say? Creating magic items can't be created or transmuted by this spell. You can't use it to create items that require a high degree of craftsmanship, such as jewelry, weapons, glass, or armor, unless you have proficiency with that type of artisan tools. But you do.
Yeah, no. Like if I was to use the spell, I could make jewelry that would have a very like high-end craftsmanship degree, like maybe even a little bit higher than what Dust would normally be able to do with the spell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like you could still make those things. It just would not be necessarily as good if you weren't a craftsman. So
yeah,
like if you were to if Nikolai was to do some jewelry, he'd make a simple necklace or a simple ring, whereas if Dust was to use it, it'd be a very elaborate ring or or necklace.
Yeah, that makes sense. I always get those two spells confused. Fabricate and creation. I don't know why, but
it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone good to go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Actually, I shouldn't immediately just bring them there. Do you guys do anything before they get there?
I just get to stick around the safe house. We explore it.
Yeah. Exploring the safe house for a little bit, examining it through and through. You can tell that there's no one really here. You can tell that it does and has been cleaned, not often, but enough that not enough dust builds up here and there. Sorry, dust. But the area itself is relatively clean. There are like some garments here and there that you can change into. They are not like very, very intricate garments, but they're like go from children to adolescents to adults to elderly clothes that you can definitely put on if like you need to change things. This place seems sterile in a way that people don't live here, but people have lived here. There's like
I'm pretty sure dust pants are just covered though.
If they're wearing them, yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Like soon after we got here, Dust would be putting on those pants, and just for like this will be kind of ongoing. But every once in a while, Dust will look down at the pants and then clean them up with prestidigitation.
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing about those pants. They are super statically clingy, so they do need to be cleaned. They're not super easily dirty, but they pick up things like
it's a dirt magnet.
Mm-hmm. But presentation can easily clean that. However, examining things, looking around, you can tell that when you open a book, there's nothing inside. When you go over somewhere, like say the table, there's like a potato, and I think that's an apple. Examining those articles of food, touching them, they seem to be like made out of rock or like some plaster. Definitely a place that looks lived in, but clearly is not. So this is likely a front for something. Getting here is not an issue, so when looking around, you simply detect no real malice. There is a storage shed that you can go and check out since that's not inside the house.
Yeah, I'll go check it out.
Okay, go checking it out. You first examining it, and there are 2 chests inside. Examining those, there is what appears to be weird, intricate metals. It's not like gold, platinum, and silver. They're like metals that resemble gold, platinum, and silver, but they're like scraps of metals inside. In the other chest, you can tell that in the room you're in now, there's like some pole arms here and there, a grappling hook, 2 shields, and the second chest. Inside the second chest, you can tell that there is like some documents here and there that seem to be faked, since you can tell that no one lives here, of various surnames here and there that people might use, like go around and not be caught in anything. If you've ever seen like spy movies, it's basically that. Other than that, you do see like some supplies like for gardening.
Ah.
Alright. I'm gonna go back to the group real quick. In case we're staying here, are we gonna see who's sleeping with who? Because there's only about 2 bedrooms.
There was a second story with other bedrooms, but there was only like 2 more up there. It's just that's all there was on the second floor, so I didn't say anything.
Alright, it is as a group. Who's sleeping with who? Someone has to bunk with the other.
Oh, the single bed down here.
Alright.
Quill does state, don't really care. I can use this bed. Like, gets on the table.
It's not a bed.
I mean, I can sleep on it. Counts.
It's not gonna argue about that. That's true.
She's honestly just making a bed on the table. Quinn just looks towards you. It's honestly better if you just let it go.
Ada shakes her head. Dust, Bull, Vera, where are you guys sleeping?
She looks toward Vera. How long does invisibility last? Like an hour?
An hour.
I think by now it'd be gone. Changing back out of nowhere. Looking towards you. She does state, I sleep outside. So, outside. And Vol does state, I don't mind sharing a bed. Perfectly fine.
Okay, that's good. Dust?
Dust might be gone.
Oh, sorry. I was on mute. I'll take one of the beds upstairs. I could care less if I sleep with someone. But with the looks of it, Vera and Quill Vera being outside and Quill potentially taking the table, I think we'll have enough beds.
Yeah, it does seem like you guys have enough. While you guys are making arrangements to see if you're going to sleep with anyone else inside the room, you look around and you can tell that no one is here just yet. So while pondering these things, Nikolai, I guess you just go to sleep. After a while, you do hear a knock at the door. Looking and peering outside, you do see two individuals outside. The group has encountered this person just yelling at Nikolai for some reason. So you notice Nadia, just like outside. Nikolai, if someone probably wakes you up, so you can.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like you're not just out of this.
Yeah.
I would have been cooking during this time period, probably using some of the crab meat that we got.
Yeah. Cooking and cleaning things up. You do hear a knock at the door. Dust, you can definitely feed people if you wanted to beforehand. But Nadia does knock at the door, rapping with her hands. And she does state, hello? Anyone in there?
Open the door with Mage Hand.
You open the door with Mage Hand. Nikolai, are you still you, or are you other?
I'm Grok.
Okay. Still as Grok entering inside, she does step in. Oh, I see you've taken custom to the place already. While Dust is cooking, she does step inside. Looks towards Grok, air quotes. I assume these are your companions? My name is Nadia. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am from the Night Owls. This here is my boss. Looking towards you, you do see a finely dressed man. They have like intricate clothing. By the way they look, or at least by the clothing they have, it is expensive. He's definitely garbed to the nines. And his look to him just seems to resemble that of, blinking on the name, a sea elf, or a aquatic elf that can also live on out of the water. They themselves seem to have like the pointed ears, the gill, well, not the gill, but like the patterns where gills would be. Looking at them, he does state to you, welcome. Go on.
Thank you for allowing us to use your safe house. Please, I just finished dinner, and as Dust is taking off his apron, join us.
Of course. As he sits down to, I guess, eat after someone kicks Quill off of her bed.
We would have had the table cleaned off and be like, okay, Quill, after the meal, you can make your bed again.
Yeah. Hugh and Nadia step in. Hugh just basically states his name. Hugh, by the way. Pleasure to meet you all.
Pleasure to meet you.
After eating a very, very good meal, looking and examining things out, he was like taking his scenarios, or at least his surrounding in, making sure that none of you like are poisoning anything. He did look and sniff at the food before he ate anything, Dust, but you know that Nikolai went to go speak with thieves, so that's kind of easy thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't seem like he kind of got killed from the food, so everything's okay. So he looks towards you after finishing his meal. Fun meal. Very good. So, what brings you to the town? My lieutenant here, Nadia, did mention you belong to the Honeybees down in Heights.
Yeah, yes. We do belong to the honeybees, and so we were here on a mission to investigate what had happened because of the sundering, and so we came here to investigate why the town was not being responsive to any of the notifications and the change of order that had happened.
I see. Well, Monty was always someone that sticks his nose in whenever it's not wanted. Alright, since... do you have your mission slip?
Dust, didn't you have that?
No. So we are members of the honeybees, but we have association. But we are actually here as more of mercenaries for the kingdom and to developing into seeing what's going on. We're just using all of our resources. The kingdom doesn't know about our connections at all.
Roll persuasion.
We get advantage.
No, because you immediately changed your story.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, he changed his story. Okay.
So it seems pretty good. Looking at this and examining the story you've laid out, he does state. Alright then, that does make semi-sense, although I would caution on bringing too many organizations together. I don't know why. No, it's really fine.
Would you happen to know? Would you happen to know of the Admirals of Fortune, or possibly Sol? He owns a apothecary here, the alchemist shop here.
The apothecary, yes.
Yes. I'm a close acquaintance of his. If that is of any help.
He owes me 500 gold.
Typical of him.
I don't know any of these. What did you call them? Mariners of time, whatever. I have no idea what you're talking about there. That being said, though, if you do find, the man that owes me 500 gold, tell them to pay up, or see what happens to him the next time he enters the town.
That actually explains a lot. But yes, I will pass the word on to him.
Right. But other than that, you were trying to examine things in town. Since you don't have a mission slip, I don't know why he didn't give you a blade. I suppose you can work underneath me while you're here. He looks towards the team. Which one of you is the current leader? That would be me.
Yeah.
No, Quill.
No.
I put my mage hand in front of her face and push her back in the chair.
Like so many people back, push her back. That honestly is not any need for a roll.
I would like to say that I'm the temporary leader for the time being.
We didn't have a leader, did we?
So I will say that for this instance, yes. That would be me.
It sounds to me none of you are the leader here, which is fine. I just need someone to hold on to this. He then shows you.
Definitely the leader.
That's roll persuasion.
In a situation.
Nikolai, roll persuasion.
15.
That's pretty good. At the end of the day, he really doesn't care, so he goes, whatever.
Okay.
He might believe, he might not. It's entirely up to you to think that. But he does say, Honestly, it doesn't matter. I just need someone to take responsibility of this. He then shows you another blade that is similar to yours, Nikolai, but it's different. Instead of that weird intricate pattern, it does have that same type of pattern, but this time there's an owl on it. Instead of the weird swirls on the dagger.
Ah, okay.
He then presents it to you. This will be your slip for my team. While you're in here, use it whenever you need to. Connect with anyone. And then
Gotcha.
afterwards, make sure that, you don't get yourselves killed. And to hand it over once your mission is accomplished. If you don't have it over before you leave the town, we're going to hunt you down.
Can I hand it to you, or do I have to hand it to anybody that I know that is part of the organization?
Myself and Nadia here would actually work just fine. In fact, Nadia is here to help out your team while you're in town, as you wanted someone to help you out.
Yes, we kind of needed some information about a single individual, so...
Alright. We have been looking to things into town, so while we're here, I suppose we can help out.
So how are the dealings with the whole realignment of priests in the town? How has that worked for you?
As my organization, welcomed. As people in my organization with faith, not so welcomed. We have been able to get more of our people into higher up positions due to this fact. As well as people vie for power, we can easily slip through and get it. That being said, many of them don't actually have any connections to any celestial beings, which is the problem for other people.
Okay, so, well, we kind of interrupted Dust. Did you want to... I bump Dust on the shoulder. You want to... Is this okay? You want to talk about this? Or do you... Yeah, I could... can I? I'm asking for your permission.
So, well, what we know so far is the... Currently within the town, things are going horribly wrong. This town is being cut off from the rest of the world and being, in a sense, made into lambs before the slaughter.
You have just said pacified.
Yep, well, I'm a little eloquent with my words. It's a habit of mine, but...
Fair enough.
But pacified... Yes, becoming pacified, and they don't want it to change. In fact, they just want it to increase.
That would make sense.
And
the easier someone is to control, the better it'd be for you if you're in power.
That also leads to a lot of other problems that could potentially happen as well.
That is definitely true. Unfortunately, I need my men in top shape, and while we have gained power due to this new, let's say, change into diplomacy, it is, how should I say this, blunting my blades.
Well, we might be able to say we're here to sharpen your blades as much as we can.
Nicola, we're trying to get rid of the priest, okay?
Yes, I understood that.
Okay.
It wasn't a weird euphemism.
Just wanted to be just straightforward. I don't want there to be any kind of like something floating around, like we didn't know who we were taking out. But yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
If you want to drive at the heart of this matter, there is a strange device at the catacombs of the church itself. I haven't gotten anyone close to that place just yet, but it seems night after night the High Cleric goes there each night to do something. I don't exactly know what, as I haven't been able to get anyone high enough into their organization to examine things, but we have been able to discern that much already. That being said, according to new information, she's currently being attended to and looked after right now, so I am not sure if they're able to do so tonight, at the very least, on their regular schedule.
Out of game, was the place that we found the chest, was that the same location?
Which chest?
The 3 chests, is that the
same location, underground.
Okay, so they go. So where they go every day was not the chest area.
It was the chest area, but they go underground in that area.
Yeah, the catacombs are usually underground. Catacombs are usually underground.
Yeah. Okay.
Underneath the church, and so that's where. And then
let's go to the basement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know catacombs.
Would she potentially, when she goes there, is she by herself, or does she have others go with her?
Generally with 2 attendants. The one's tending to her now, and the other one's on top of your friend there. Looks towards Quinn. You've been carrying this entire time.
Yeah.
He's a thief, so he just took this nonchalantly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, how's he been? Has he woken up yet?
He's like grogging back and forth from time to time, but no one has been paying attention to him. So
let's set him down and talk to him for a little bit. I think this is a perfect time, actually.
And I was wondering when you were gonna call him out.
I actually forgot about that guy.
That's fair.
You gotta grab the. I would actually love for the leader of a thieves guild to come and interrogate a guy with us right now. I think that would be amazing.
After finishing the food, you guys clean up the table. Quinn plops the guy down. Oops. Paste. There we go. Unconscious, bound. Not dead. He's from time to time moves back and forth, but not conscious just yet.
I was gonna say, Ada, did you have anything? Can you wake him up if possible? I mean, you don't have to. I don't really want.
I'll just go up and slap his face.
That's the thing.
Hard.
Water
Okay.
I'll have my claws extended just for the off chance of potentially scarring his face just a little bit, because I'm not happy with him at all because of Dust's experience.
That's fair.
He just.
While examining the area, Nikolai does state, "Hey, Ada, do you want to wake him up?" Ada begins to get some water. In the meantime, when she comes back, Dust just comes over, going, "Yeah, I can probably solve this myself," and backhand slaps him with the claws out, leaving a scar from underneath his chin, going up towards his eye and stopping just right before the eye. Definitely, probably leaving a scar, but definitely waking him up after that. He's still bound. I just wanted to take this away. But now that you can actually see his face, it really doesn't matter. So, still bound. Looking towards you guys, he's frightened or at least worried right now. And then almost immediately that kind of goes away after the effect of the city pacifies him. What's going on? He looks down and goes, it seems that these individuals would like some answers from you. Then Jim themselves does look towards you. You can tell Dust that scar you left him is bleeding out, but he's not wincing or anything of that nature. Depends on what they ask. I am afraid I can't give some things away.
I can't remember the priestess's name off the top of my head.
Lana?
Okay.
Lana?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been associated with Lana?
Since she came into town, roughly 3.5 weeks ago.
So you did not know her before she came into town?
I knew of her, the stories they told when she was part of a weird vagabond corruption system of thieves. Hugh just looks towards him. Weird phrasing. It reminds me of you. It looks towards dust. And then Jim does state, but no, nothing before her coming into town.
So you were already a member of this city, potentially the temple, long beforehand, correct?
No, she picked me up before she entered the city. In fact, she picked me up before the uprising she held in place.
Did she have you do anything in particular soon after you met her?
Create protective wards in the catacombs.
Potentially even before entering the city.
No, this was after the coup.
Okay. Well, no, potentially... Okay, never mind.
Before this coup, she sent me out to find other people that could take over the city. To have the people in power. You can tell that there's no real emotional stance behind his words. It's just matter of fact.
Yeah. What would be your stance if she was to just walk away, leaving you and the others behind?
Not quite sure. I have been ordered to be underneath her and be under her what's it called? Thrall. So I'm not sure what I would do next.
I look at Volvera and Ada and ask them, do you have any spells that either are related to Zone of Truth or a magic dampening spell?
Vol says no. Vera just shakes her head no. Ada, up to you.
Above
Wait, sorry,
game.
Magic dampening?
Dampening. So yeah, sorry.
Just kind of above game. So dampening, basically it would reduce the effects of magic, but and how well it takes.
I don't know, but it's not. It's not hurting anything as long as it's not hurting somebody.
Yeah.
Then it will work.
The way I'm seeing with the condition of the town, they are pacified, and so most pacified people who are pacified, they usually tend to tell the truth.
Well, maybe you should, maybe Ada, maybe you should
even down to a factual thing. They don't tend to necessarily hide things.
Use dispel magic on him and see what he has to say.
Go. Oh, there we go.
Huh.
Alright,
Okay, dispel action, 1 action. Alright, Jim has been in the town for a while, so this will only take effect for some time. But it is going to take effect because I like the idea. Ada, you cast detect magic, dispel magic on Jim, and
dispel magic. Sorry, not yeah.
It hits Jim, and it begins to like wave in that area. As soon as that happens, you can tell like fractal patterns in the air begin to form and shatter. When that happens, you do hear Jim, not in his voice of like no emotion, no anger, fear, nothing like that. Immediately when you hit him with the dispel magic, he looks towards their team and does say, "What the hell's going on? Who the hell are you people?"
That's more like it. Good job, Ada.
You're welcome.
Do you know of the High Priestess Lana?
What was the name you gave him? Sorry.
I mean, the name of the priestess.
Oh, High
Lana,
Priestess
I think.
Yeah. Looking towards you, Jim just stayed. You mean the dirtbag that one gypsy woman told me to lead in exchange for my wish? Yeah, I know her. What about her?
What was your wish?
Looks down, sees that he's tied up. Untie me and I'll tell you.
How about you tell us and then we all untie you?
We don't quite trust you at this moment because we've seen a lot of things that are happening.
Look, I don't care what you guys think or don't think. Look, I am doing this as a job to get what I want. You can do whatever you want as long as it involves, killing me. Whatever, I really don't care. Hugh then looks towards this thought patterns and he works with this type of people, so he goes, that's easy enough to do. In fact, we can easily just rip out your nails, break a leg or two. Honestly, we can easily just do just about anything without needing to kill you. So, Mr. Dust, do you mind asking a question again and see how he takes it this time?
Yes. And I'll just kind of look at him and I'll be like, and flames and lightning will kind of appear around me a little bit. I'll be just like, what was your wish? Maybe there's a chance that we could also potentially help you fulfill it if you help us.
Man, I really didn't think you guys would be doing this with Hugh around. Hugh has an interesting effect. He's not like all powerful, but the one good thing he does have is if he's interrogating people, he does give you advantage on deception, persuasion, and insight.
Oh yeah.
So Dust, go ahead and roll persuasion or intimidation.
Persuasion or intimidation.
Gotta go roll.
I'm gonna do. I kind of want to do intimidation, but persuasion is higher. So, I'll do persuasion.
Yeah.
25.
Examining this, Jim does state, "Look! It was just a job. I got hired after looking for, This isn't my normal hair. I used to have like golden, brimming, bright locks that would not, not show up when I was walking around. And then one day, this gypsy woman was wandering the streets, and she asked me if I want to get rid of my elven heritage. I said yes, because I have a terrible deadbeat dad. And then she removed it in exchange for my servitude, or giving my servitude to someone else. I said, yeah, whatever. I'll help someone out as long as the job's done. So I agreed. They removed my elven heritage, and I was stuck with this Lana woman.
Would you like to be able to step away from her and be your own man?
Looks towards you, Rumps. After the initial persuasion, he just states, I am my own man. I just need to help this chick out until I fully get what I want.
What
or what
do
she
you
wants,
want?
technically.
Wait, you want? But how are you your own man if you want what she wants and not what you want?
Well, I want what she wants because I need her to complete what she wants to get what I fully want.
That feels like your own mission, but with extra steps.
Looking and examining through it, yes, it is. So you can tell that the elven heritage was a thing he wanted gone, and you probably think you know the person that did that for him. Probably Bentor. That being said, in order for that to completely and permanently happen, he needed to help Lana out with something. He didn't give you specifics, so you don't completely know what he needs to help with. But in order for him to get it permanently, his wish or whatever, permanently there, he needs to help her achieve her goal. So he does, in fact, want what she wants because he wants his thing to be permanent. It doesn't make any sense, but that's how he spoke.
So it's Bentar.
Probably, unless you know another demon that is granting
wishes.
Yeah, no, she's the thing, and from the sounds of it, it would be more of she knows a lot. She's not an actual cause, but it was more of Lana came to her, to Bentar, to ask for this deal.
Thinking back on it, and when you first spoke with her, asking her, so what are you in town? Oh, it seemed like a very good opportunity. In fact, I'm just taking advantage of what's already here. Starting to make a little bit more sense there.
Yeah. So, like she's not a part of the organization. She just has her fingers in the pot, as per se.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying, Dust? Are you saying that Bentar is behind the whole town?
No, she's not behind the entire town. Lana is the one. Well, no.
Sorry, no, you go.
Lana is attempting to do something. She needed help. She asked Bentar for essentially a favor. She struck a deal with Bentar, essentially. That's kind of what I'm thinking is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the basic concepts that you have is Lana needed to do this. She needed help. Went to Bentar, asked her to find people that can accomplish this mission. Bentar went looking, found Jim and other people, and then got them under the thrall of Lana.
So, kind of in your similar situation, where because that's what she does. She deals in giving people what they want for at a sky-high price.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, Jim wanted to lose his elven ancestry because he didn't like his dad. He didn't like being that way.
Yeah.
And so Bentar preyed upon that and got him to help out.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of all above game, and
so
for Jim, his payment to lose his elven ancestry is to help out Lana in her task.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have no idea what Lana paid to get this help.
So, Jim, I got one more question for you.
He looks towards you.
If you tell me this, and I want a straight answer, I will untie you and you can walk out of this building. Why are you being suppressed? And what causes it?
Are you lying or telling the truth?
Me?
Yes.
I like those. Am I lying? What do you mean? Do I already know that?
No. When you said, if you answer this honestly and truthfully...
I'm telling the truth. I will literally untie him. Yeah.
And let him go.
Yes.
Persuasion.
It might not be a good thing because he knows where this is.
I'm doing this because, for one, I don't like. This is my character. I don't want to keep him tied up, and I don't like this partly. But I know he's a bad person. But I also am truthfully. If he tells me a straight answer, I will attempt to do that. You can stop me, but yeah.
I'm not saying that Ada would do it, but Nikolai didn't mention that the others wouldn't at least stop him.
Yeah. 25.
Oh, wow, that's really good.
No.
Oh, yeah, because persuasion gets advantage.
Wait,
And he was there. Darn it! Why did he have to be on your side?
did you want me to? Do you? I mean, I still have Tides of Chaos again. But...
No, he was
No.
there.
Yeah.
He's currently on your side, so it works
Yeah.
to your advantage. Jim looks towards you, and he does state, "Look, from what she kept telling me, she told me to help out with some wards around the catacombs. All right? She goes there every night with me and her other bodyguard. From what I can tell, she's probably gonna go there later tonight, but probably not during the normal schedule. So once it hits 12, she's probably not gonna be there until later on. But I don't know how much later on. She goes down there and does something to continue a spell from deactivating. I don't know what she does since she doesn't allow me fully down there, just to check on the wards and reinforce them if need be. But yeah, that's probably where she's keeping whatever it is that's causing all of this.
I mean, I'd like the answer, but you've made it ambiguous.
Look, I can't tell you what I don't know, right?
What? I can't untie you if your answer wasn't fully an answer.
No, you said the truth.
Well, if you made it more believable, if you made it a full answer, I'll untie one of his hands.
You untie one of his hands. He just decks you. He attempts to deck you in the face.
Because he gave me he gave me part of an answer, but not the full. Like he didn't say, oh, she goes down there. She said like you said probably, so that's why. Because that's what I.
Nikolai, I understand. Jim's still mad that you lied to him. Essentially, so he tries to deck you in the face, but you easily dodge it. He hits the wall, but nothing. He doesn't do anything else since he's outnumbered and he's not stupid. So he tries to deck you, but nothing else besides that point. But after that sense of emotion, you can tell that his eyes almost completely glaze over, but there's maybe one more chance of emotional communication. If you don't want to have Jim the way he is, you can wait, and then more than likely the town will seep back in.
So, anything else?
Nothing. Cal, sorry, no. Dust, you got any more questions?
Dust, if you're saying something, you're muted.
Oh yeah, I was muted, but I'm also trying to think.
Okay.
What kind of wards did you put down there? In the catacombs.
And you can fear me if... actually, he's less emotional, but still emotional. And you're going to free me if I let you go? If I tell you?
Yeah, we're going to free you if we let you go.
Roll persuasion. Right now, his mind is kind of blurry.
No, I was mocking him.
Disadvantage. Hugh gives you advantage. She'll straight up roll, I guess.
I'm gonna say yes, but it's gonna be more of a deception because.
All right.
Because he won't let them go until really everything is taken care of.
I understand that. Go ahead and roll deception. Hugh's there. Advantage. Nikolai accidentally lied, so I'm gonna only give. Sorry, Nikolai. Nikolai disadvantage on any persuasion checks.
Disadvantage?
If you roll persuasion checks.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Because he already knows you're a liar.
Yeah, that makes sense.
24. You tell him this, and Jim nods and agrees. Not fully mentally there. Well, technically mentally there, just not fully there. Looking towards you, he does state, Actually, sorry, I forgot. What was the question?
It was what type of wards?
Oh yeah, the wards. Looking towards this, he does state, I put in some explosive wards, some mold earth wards to encapsulate the area in case someone gets nearby, and some pattern wards in there.
How do they get triggered?
If you move through the area without going through the pattern wards. The pattern wards themselves are basically pressure plates.
You know, I like that answer. I untie his other hand.
His feet are still bound. But at that answer, he goes mentally still. There's no emotion. The eyes are more or less glazed over, but they're still active. You can definitely still see. But you can tell that the city itself has caught him once more. But now arms free with legs still bound. Hugh does look towards the rest of you. Anything else you'd like to speak with him about? I do believe you have the information you need, or at least the information this one can give you.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna go to bed.
I think we're good. Is there something that you wanted to do with him?
Keeping him quiet.
Yeah, keeping him quiet, and he was a tough one to take down earlier.
I'm sure. That being the case,
you mean tough? I had to turn you into a giant crab, and then you were able to kill him very easily.
As Nikolai tries to make himself look better, Hugh does state towards Nadia. Nadia, do you mind? Not a problem, sir. Make sure he's not dead. Right now, we need to make sure everything's verified. If we do need to come back to him, just bring him down to a comatose state. Afterwards, if we need to come back, we can ask answers. We can ask, sorry, that's me. We can ask questions. Always want to make sure that whenever you interrogate someone, you have correct information. Otherwise, well, they're not used to you if they're dead. He gives you helpful advice on any more potential interrogations. Nadia brings out what appears to be a syringe and some weird residue. She injects it into Jim, and he slowly fades into unconsciousness. Nadia then goes, I will keep him in the cellar, so don't go down there. She goes back and around the house, and then brings him down into the cellar. Comes back and then looks towards you. Sir, if you can assign someone to keep an eye on him every, let's say, 6 hours, to make sure that you don't accidentally suffocate. Makes more sense. Sure. Then Nadia looks towards your team. It's a pleasure to be working with you.
Pleasure is ours as well.
Of course. Hugh then states, right then. You have access to the night owls, so long as you work underneath the honeybees. That being said, do take caution, and if you are found, lose the blades immediately. Nadia here can teleport back to my place, so that's not really of an issue. But with foreign agents around, best not to leave a trail. Good luck. And then he begins to head out.
Thank you.
Nods. One of the most polite thieves you've ever met.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like him. I hope he's not
Evil.
secretly evil.
You mean a thief is evil? Surprising.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
I mean, thieves can be nice. That's perfectly okay. I mean, there's a difference between stealing money and murder for a wrong reason. Nadia does look towards your team. Nikolai, you were saying something beforehand?
Oh no, I probably was just talking that if I'm found out, I'm not Nikolai I don't know how I can get away pretty easily. I hope, unless there's some kind of anti-magic zone.
So far, just nullification magic of anything
Yeah.
violent. So teleportation, other types of magic do seem to work. Nadia, however, looks towards the team and does state, "All right then, should we investigate tomorrow or today? I don't know about all of you, but looks towards Nikolai and Quinn. Those two don't seem fully up for everything."
Yeah, I might take a rest.
We'll do
Yeah.
it tomorrow.
Maybe.
Well-
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, what time is it, Dogma?
It's getting closer to sunset, so it is getting
Okay.
darker. The shadows are coming out. Still no snow in this city, even though the surrounding area is snowed in.
Well, what I'm kind of thinking is long rest. What time would that take us to if we were to take an 8-hour rest?
8-hour rest, roughly around, I want to say 2. Around 2.
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Do some night stalking.
No. So what I was thinking, because normally it's around midnight where she would, because according to that information, it would be around midnight that she would go and essentially keep the spell going. And it's a daily ritual that has to happen.
Mm-hmm. And no one else
Yeah.
is there other than her 2 bodyguards.
I mean,
Yeah, other than her 2 bodyguards. We have one of her bodyguards. So we know for a fact that the only 2, well, not for a fact, but we have an idea that the people who Bentar got was her 2 bodyguards to help her out. But with it being 2 a.m., because I was thinking about getting into the catacombs beforehand, and necessarily not damaging the artifact, the spell, the item, but kind of laying wait for her. Well, we'd have to damage it beforehand, but
Yeah. As long as everyone follows the same patterns, other than increased security on the streets, the tempo itself would probably sometime a little bit earlier than when the clock strikes 12. People, or at least guards around, would begin to leave that area, allowing you to step in. And then sometime later beyond 12, because they're making sure that she's safe, everything else is secure, she would step inside. But that's probably not too much time beyond maybe 1 to 12 to 2. You're not entirely sure. AM.
Yeah, no. What I'm thinking is, normally she would go in there about midnight. But today she'd be going in later, which would be 2 o'clock at the latest.
Yeah.
So about the time that if we were to take a long rest, by the time we would get back, be heading out, she would be going in. So
I'm gonna fudge around with time a little bit. You can take a long rest and you'll get there by midnight.
okay.
I'm gonna say
Well,
the sun's setting
if-
around 4 right now. Let's say it.
4?
Let's say it. That's true.
Okay.
I don't want to not give you an opportunity to do something.
I mean,
Okay.
Okay. Well, the thing is for Nikolai is that, after that fight, I have no meta magic and I have no 4th level spells. So that's me going into a fight if we are going into a fight.
For long rest.
Yeah. No.
So-
That's why I'm saying we take a long rest, get all stocked up on our spells and whatnot. That way, we're only taking down. We're fully going in with a full arsenal, and we can essentially lay a trap and potentially get rid of the device beforehand. That way, we can use combat spells.
Well, I don't want to pull out. I mean, don't want to fudge like a time slot because I feel like had to get away, and I don't want to feel like we're kind of fudging it to the point where it feels.
It's not really fudging it.
It's up to you.
You went over there around early afternoon. Early morning. Yeah. You guys fought. You bailed out. You got around the alchemist shop around, let's say, noon.
Okay.
So it's not really fudging.
It's just not sundown. It's like
That was more me not picking up a time and wanted to make it later.
Oh, okay.
So, like, it being around 4 o'clock currently, that sounds good to me.
Sure.
About 3 or 4 o'clock, because of all the things that we've done. Essentially, we spent about an hour within the flower shop.
Sewer system grind. Up here, waiting a little bit for the thief. So 4 is honestly.
That sounds right.
Yeah. 4 o'clock is a good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you guys take a long rest? Ada, you are involved in the production as well.
Yes. Also, quick question: in the rooms that Ada's sleeping in, I'm guessing it's one with the single beds. Is there a mirror in there?
There are mirrors in there. They're like small hand mirrors here and there, and there's like a mirror next to your bed if you go inside and see it.
All right, she's gonna take off her cloak and cover one of the mirrors.
Okay.
And just put the others in drawers.
Is there a button for long rest? I can't remember.
From what I remember, and I haven't looked, no. So you just do them anyway.
Oh, okay.
In D&D Beyond, I believe there's a button for long rest.
Yeah, if you have a sheet that's connected to D&D Beyond, you can definitely do that. But in Roll20, no, you have to do it manually. From what I remember. Who knows what the new updates. But you guys begin to take a long rest. Everyone goes their separate ways. Nadia is going to sleep there as well. You guys, after a little bit of conversation here and there, know that Nadia is a poison expert, so she can do a few things here and there. Poisons can also include antidotes and things like that, so she is able to heal, technically. That being said, when you guys go take a rest, Nikolai, you go have a drink and try to relax before impending doom.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, right at the very beginning of it, I'm gonna cast Conjure Minor Elementals, bring out the air elementals again, and I'm gonna essentially send them on a task to go into the catacombs and to kind of more of hunt out those wards.
Okay. You were giving information on the wards, so that's kind of doable. At the start of things, your elementals whoosh into the catacombs. It's not that difficult because they're made out of the wind, so they're able to enter inside, I want to say pretty easily. Since Nikolai picked up the pattern of the guard's shift and tones, they just, the information, so they know it as well. They go in, swoop inside, and begin to examine the structures of everything around there. Due to this, you now no longer technically have to make a check to discern what pattern you need to go through. After some trial and error, your elementals do come back. I'm going to say, out of the 8 elementals you summoned, 4 of them come back, giving you the information of trial and error.
Yeah. So I'll essentially thank them and send them back.
They disperse back into the elemental plane. The other ones didn't die; they just blew up and were exhausted that they left.
They would essentially go back after they die. So
yeah, cool.
Oh my goodness.
I no longer have to show you guys that map, which is easier enough for me. As you begin to rest, Ada. As you begin to rest yourself, you step inside, look at some hand mirrors here and there. You do look at the side mirror area, and you begin to flip them upside down, putting them inside drawer after drawer. And when you get your cloak to cover the biggest mirror, you do see something just at the edge of your sight. Examining the area around you, there's no one really here. Everyone has opted to sleep in other rooms and outside if they have to. Quill on the kitchen table. As you begin to look around, you see a shadow behind you. You turn back around before fully closing the mirror, and no one is there. At least nothing is there. Thinking back on this, you turn around quickly to cover it, and when you throw it over, there is a face right behind your own as the cloak finishes hitting the mirror. You know nothing is there, but you know it's always there, and now it's awake. But let's figure out that problem next time.
I'm just gonna feel paranoid tonight.
For today.